And with that, we'll welcome you to today's 4EverBold Awards ceremony. I'm Lisa Metzger. I'm editor of the Oley Foundation newsletter and director of community engagement. And it's my honor to be moderating today's program. We'd like to begin today by introducing the Oley Foundation Executive Director, Joan Bishop. Joan, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Lisa. Could I have the next slide, please? There we go. For those of you, just a little reminder, the Oley Foundation is a nonprofit, national independent nonprofit organization based at Albany Medical Center, founded in 1983 by Dr. Lynn Howard and her patient Clarence Oley Oldenburg. The foundation strives to enrich the lives of those living with home parental and/or enteral nutrition through education, advocacy, and networking. We're really pleased to be hosting this award ceremony during HPN Home Parental Nutrition Awareness Week. This gives us a chance to share stories about life on home parental nutrition, build bridges, increase understanding and empathy, provide hope, and discuss challenges. For this week, on Monday, we hosted a webinar, a conversation with Mallory and David, two HPN recipients, and led by Nancy Pickett, another HPN consumer. Today, we're celebrating 4EverBold contest winners, and Friday, we're hosting a mini meeting. And throughout the weeks, you'll see social media posts and discussions daily. So feel free to join us whenever possible. Today, we thank you. We thank Baxter for supporting this initiative. We thank Ira Marks for coordinating a training webinar. And if you haven't seen it and you have any inclination to enjoy art, I enjoy you to find it on our website and just give drawing a chance, especially comics. We had a organized a 4EverBold voting committee through Oley. We have Oley ambassadors, Julianne Dolina and Rose Holly. We have another Oley member, Pam Shepis, and our own president of the Oley Foundation Board of Directors, Beth Gore. We especially appreciate and thank everyone who submitted a comic strip. They're all, each and every one of them are different, demonstrate a different aspect of living on therapy, and we appreciate every single one.
Thanks, Joan. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Valerie Gallagher, Director of Strategic Partnerships with Baxter. Valerie, we welcome you.
I'm delighted to join today as we congratulate home parental nutrition consumers for being 4EverBold and celebrating the winners of the 4EverBold contest. Speaking for the entire Baxter Clinical Nutrition team, we are so proud of these courageous, confident, resilient, and strong consumers. There's enormous satisfaction knowing that our efforts to improve the performance, access, and convenience of our home parental nutrition products help support their independence. We also applaud the Oley Foundation and the 4EverBold Awards Committee. Thank you for your continued support of the home parental nutrition consumer. Congratulations, winners, runners-up, and the home parental nutrition community for being 4EverBold.
Thanks, Valerie. We're very excited too. Joan, if you could give us a few words to summarize what the contest was about and why we're having it, that'd be great.
Well, I'd love to. The contest overview. 4EverBold is a new art-based award program that celebrates courage, confidence, strength, resilience of young consumers on HPN. We offered 3 categories, 7 to 12, 13 to 17 and 18 to 25 ages. We have up to 3 winners per category. The first place winners will receive a laptop plus a technology package, and up to 2 runners up. Artwork, yeah, we're very excited about this. Artwork will be published in a book that will be distributed widely by Baxter, Oley, and just about anyone who can help us do so. And on note cards that we will be passing along to our families and use as a fundraiser, I would imagine. And that's another awareness outreach opportunity for us to showcase the artwork of the kids and a little description of how they live and information about Oley and Baxter on the back. And we'll distribute those to consumers, professionals. The requirements for entering the contest is children must be on home parental nutrition or have been on in the past currently. And then submissions must be hand drawn, and 1 to 4 frames were allowed, minimum, maximum. And the artists were invited to illustrate who they are and what they do in pursuit of an independent life. So, ready? Get ready.
Thanks, Joan. We saw a lot of different interpretations of who you are and what you do in pursuit of an independent life. It was really exciting. So now, for the moment everybody's been waiting for, we will announce the runners-up and the first prize winners of the 2021 4EverBold comic strip contest. Let's begin with the age group of 7 to 12. The first runner-up in this category is Michael. Michael's drawn a comic he calls Summer Independence. A little bit about Michael. Michael is 12 years old. When he was 4 weeks old, a midgut volvulus caused the loss of 90% of his small intestine and multiple strokes, resulting in an acquired brain injury. Michael went through years of intensive feeding therapy and was able to stop HPN therapy in 2013. He continues to consume more than 4,000 calories per day by mouth, and also has daily feedings through his G-tube, tube feeding, in order to maintain his difficult health status. His parents say Michael is a happy young man who enjoys many activities. His parents write, quote, Michael's brain injury has left him with significant memory deficits, but Michael has used these deficits to have an extraordinary ability to forgive and forget, thus starting each day with an incredible joie de vivre. So congratulations, Michael. We'll stop for a minute here so that you can see Michael's cartoon and really take it in. I'll note too that all of the comic strips that you see today will be on our website, oley.org. So if you feel you want to really have an opportunity to look at them in more depth, you'll have another opportunity. They'll also be in the newsletter. Okay, moving to our second runner-up in this category, we've got Vinny, a cartoon called To Be Life. Vinny is an 11-year-old from Pennsylvania. He was on HPN for about 3 years, and he is now on enteral nutrition or tube feeding. Vinny's need for alternative nutrition stems from his conditions of prematurity, short bowel syndrome, and intestinal transplant. Vinny is in the 6th grade, and he loves to draw, to write stories, and watch behind the scenes and the special effects footage from movies. He also enjoys riding his bike, playing with friends, and spending time with family. Okay, we're going to move on. The winner in this age category is Gabriella. We'll share Gabriella's comic strip in a moment, but first, let's hear a few words from Gabriella.
Hi, I'm Gabriella Zappa. I'm 11 years old and I'm in 5th grade. I'm on TPN because I have shortcut. I love playing softball and doing art. I was so excited that Oley did this art contest. And I want to thank Baxter for sponsoring it. Art means a lot to me because art is basically like me being in a big dark world, and then art helps me come out and go into this big bright colorful world. I love doing art because I have so much great ideas. I love inspiring it and I love doing it because it's super fun, and art helps me. Art helps me because I know I have TPN and I can't do as much as other people can. But I love doing art because art is basically me doing it in my imagination. If you see, I do a lot of art. This is like one about our house. This is what I did at Chuck's. This I did splattered paint and then outlined it, and now it looks like a dragon. But art also runs in my family because my sister does it, my mom does it, my grandpa does it, and my uncle does it. And yeah, I'm just super excited and super proud of myself because I can't believe that Baxter picked my art project to win. But it's just super amazing and super exciting. I want to thank Oley again for letting me go in this competition and letting it be something that us kids can do. And I want to thank Baxter one more time. Bye.
Thank you, Gabby. We're super excited too, and we're super excited, super proud and super happy about this. Now we're going to share Gabriella's artwork. Gabriella's prize-winning comic strip is called Art Brings Color to My Life. In this comic strip, Gabriella writes, and you can read the captions from the first upper left-hand corner down to the bottom right. Gabriella writes, TPN or HPN can feel dark. In the second frame, I like to get lost in my art. In the third frame, she says, ideas start flowing, and ends with filling my life with color. I think we've got Gabby's wall of art there. Congratulations, Gabriella. Very, very excited about this. And now we're going to move on to the next age category. In the next category for 13 to 17-year-olds, the first runner-up is Janie for the power to be independent. You'll see some of the things Janie liked reflected in her cartoon, in her comic. Janie is a 13-year-old artist who started on HPN at 4 months of age. She has 2 brothers and lives in Massachusetts with her family. Janie is in the 7th grade, and as her comic strip illustrates, she enjoys arts and crafts, archery, hiking, karate, watching videos, and playing games on her iPad. Congratulations, Janie. We love your comic. The second runner-up is Matthew. Matthew's cartoon comic strip is called A Good Day. Matthew is 16 years old and about to begin his senior year of high school. Matthew has been on home parenteral nutrition 3 separate times since he was 4 years old. He's currently on continuous enteral feeds. You can see Matthew takes his pump with him to the park in this one. Okay, drum roll please, Andrea. The winner in this category is Olivia. Please join us in welcoming Olivia.
Hi, my name is Olivia Scally. I'm 14 years old and I'm a freshman in high school. I have mitochondrial disease and it has made it hard for me to eat and drink enough to grow on my own. I have a separate G&J tube and I have a cord. The 4EverBold contest gave me a chance to share how being on TPN is a part of me, but doesn't limit what I can do. But best of all, it gave me a chance to do what I love best, drawing. Drawing has always been a part of me and something I can do no matter how I'm feeling, and especially when I'm in the hospital. For my comic, I chose to draw about how much I love to travel, going to school, being a member of Girl Scouts, and advocating for myself and others. This contest was so much fun. I enjoyed watching Ira Mark's webinar on how to draw comics and picking up tips. I want to send a special thanks to Baxter for having this contest and picking mine as the winner. Being on TPN can be tough, but I'm living with a line and doing just fine. Thank you.
Olivia's prize-winning comic strip is called Living with a Lyme, Doing Just Fine. I love the humor that Olivia's injected into this. We'll say congratulations to Olivia. And again, all of the comic strips will be on our website. So if you want to come back and see all the details that some of the artists have put into their comic strips, you'll have the opportunity. So we'll move on to our final category, the 18 to 25-year-olds. The runner-up in this category is Trinity, for A Day in My Double Life. Trinity is a second-year university student. She's enrolled in a French food science and nutrition program and aspires to be a dietitian to help others like her. She has been on HPN for several years, and with the quality of life it has given her, she loves cooking, hiking, and playing guitar. She says, especially Taylor Swift. And our final first prize winner is Stephanie, who will now join us to share a little bit about herself.
Hi, I am Stephanie Salerno and I am 22 years old. I would like to first thank Oley for offering this contest and a huge thank you to Baxter for sponsoring it and making it possible. I am blown away that I won. I really appreciate having the opportunity to create art, and I am overjoyed that I was selected as the first place winner in my age category. Thank you so much. I have been on HPN since 2017, and I have a number of diagnoses, although the ones that mainly led to my need for HPN are gastroparesis, intestinal failure, and mast cell activation syndrome. I am not currently working or in school as I've needed to prioritize my health, although in the future I would love to go to nursing school so that I can help people as a nurse and also apply knowledge that I've personally learned from being a patient. The prompt for this contest was fun and encouraging. I chose to depict myself inquiring about dressing my own central line, learning how to, and eventually being approved to do so at home. I was reminded while making the comic of how much I appreciate being able to dress my own central line. While I was learning how, I was nervous, but I was also eager and excited as it's always been important to me to be involved in my care. I hope that someone who didn't know they could dress their own central line will see my comic and inquire how to do so with their healthcare team. For me personally, being able to gain back some control has led to more independence in my life and has made a large impact. Again, I would like to say a huge thank you to both Oley and Baxter. The news of winning has made my entire year, and I'm honored that I was selected as the first place winner in my age category. Thank you so, so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie, and congratulations. Stephanie's comic strip is titled Achieving Independence, One Dressing Change at a Time. Everyone in this community will realize what the significance of being able to dress your own line means. Congratulations again, Stephanie. Please join us in offering congratulations to all of the first prize winners and all of the runners-up in the Forever Bold comic strip contest. We're thrilled with all of the submissions and excited to see these comic strips published and shared with others. What an opportunity. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Beth Gore, President of the Oley Foundation Board of Directors, who also served on the Forever Bold voting committee. Beth.
Hi, everyone. First of all, congratulations to all the winners and the runners up. We're so excited, and we're so excited for all you guys to be here today. And I just wanted to say on behalf of Julie, Rose, and Pam and I, who were part of the selection committee, art is so subjective, and we sat there and we had some of the most amazing conversations. I think some of the staff who joined that and some of the Baxter people who were there would agree that it was inspirational to actually sit there and look at these pieces of art and to select which one's better. It's so hard to do, but we are amazed at what you have accomplished and what you have done, and we just thank you for submitting this. I think putting our art out there is like putting a little piece of your soul out for everybody else to see, and so we thank you for being brave enough to do that. But I just wanted to give a couple little thoughts really quickly. Like Michael, we just thought it was so neat that, your summer independence, just being one of the kids. My son's 12, and, camp is such a rite of passage. So that just capturing that was so beautiful. And Vinny, with your To Be Life, you showed at the beginning, it's not necessarily enjoyable, but then you start figuring out, how to do life. And we just really were amazed by that. And Gabriella, you're colorful, but you went from dark to life. And I think that's just amazing. But as we sat there and looked at these, the more details and the more conversations we had around them were quite amazing. And then the next category with Jamie, the power to be independent. We just love the humor. I mean, like anybody who has a brother and sister knows what that's like there. And you took control there. We thought that was really fun. And Matthew, with your good day, one of the things that struck me was your choice to participate. Even where things are not always easy, you still chose to be a part of life when you didn't have to be. Olivia, with yours, we just thought it was so funny, and your details and your little subtle humor. And the more you look at the little things, the more we looked, the more we really appreciated it. And then the last two, just a couple comments from the group is Trinity, is your day in the double life. we noticed that you had cooked and you were sitting, but you weren't eating. And that's something that somebody that is not part of this community may not necessarily notice, and how significant that is. My son is on TPN as well, and he'll sit at the table with us. He can't eat, he doesn't participate that way, but he's still part of the family. And I think that's pretty neat. But we also thought it was really inspirational that you wanted to be a dietitian and to pass this on to other people. And you captured that well. And Stephanie, your dressing change, I mean, the artwork itself was just impeccable, down to like we could see the bordered of the 3M and this, I mean, like the details were just so professionally done. But again, if somebody hasn't lived this life, they wouldn't know just how important that moment in time is. And I love what you just said about maybe you've inspired somebody else to do it. I hope so. I think so. What I'd say is, on behalf of being the president of the board of trustees of the Oley Foundation, I just wanted to share my sincere thanks to all of you, but also to Baxter to making this possible. It was fun selecting the winners, and I'm so excited to be here today about the announcements, but what I'm really looking forward to is what's next, to see this campaign to bring awareness through the various ways of sharing the artwork, through the notes, cards, and the book. I'm so excited to see what we do with this next. The awareness and the outreach is so important, because I'm a mom of a 12-year-old son on home TPN, and he has been since he was age 2, and he will be for life. And I think that the campaign, it even touches my family personally. And I don't believe that the importance of seeing or just catching a glimpse of this moment, it can't be overstated how important that is. Like when we were placed on TPN or HPN when he was 2, it was said in hushed tones, shh, and told that it was life limiting and it was devastating diagnosis. And then we found the Oley Foundation and saw people truly living life for 50 years. And I'm like, oh, we're good. We got this. It's just an alternate form of eating and achieving nutrition. I have a nephew who is 5 who was asking, we were on vacation this last week, and he was asking how Manny eats. And I was trying to explain this to him, and I realized he's never really going to get this because a lot of doctors and nurses don't understand this. So why would I expect a 5-year-old to? But just simply, it's just another way of eating. And he was like, oh, okay. But what I've been shocked by as a patient and as a caregiver is how many clinicians do not realize that HPN can leave the hospital and that it can be long-term. And so I believe, Baxter, you have an opportunity here, and we all as Oley Foundation have an opportunity here to really open this up, that just says people that are on this aren't laying in a hospital bed in ICU. They are out at camp. They are out becoming nutritionists. They are out thumping their brother on the head. They're out traveling. They're out doing artwork. They're doing life. And I think that right there, that independence is so, so important. So because once consumers get home, it's just a new set of challenges. But one of them is what this artwork has captured. You guys have done such a great job of capturing the artwork of, it may be dark, it may be hard, there may be moments that are not fun, and yet we figure out a way to do life. And I feel like a mama of all of you guys. I'm just proud of every single one of you who have submitted. So thank you for that. And then just specifically to Baxter, I know some of the contestants have also thanked you, but I just want to thank you personally on behalf of Oley, the Oley staff, the Oley board, my family, and the whole community. We say thank you for stepping up and putting your focus, your attention, your people, your money where it will matter for people, because this will make an impact. This will not just end here. We will carry this message forward. So we thank you from the bottom of our heart to do that. Lastly, one of the things we'd like to do is just here, we've asked the winners to say 3 words to capture. And I want to start with Gabriella. What are your 3 words you've selected?
The 3 words that I selected that describe me are fearless, strong, and humorous.
I love that. That's awesome. I believe that about you. Thank you for sharing those words. And next, how about you, Olivia? What 3 words have you picked to describe you?
Courageous, kind, and creative.
Ooh, those are good words too. Those are awesome. And finally, Stephanie, would you share your 3 words with us? What describes you?
Oops, you're muted.
So I'm not sure, Stephanie, we couldn't hear you. It doesn't look like a mute on
Can you
there.
hear me now?
Now we can. Thank you. Try again, Stephanie.
Sorry. I chose optimism, perseverance, and appreciation.
Nice.
I love all of those words. Thank you. And thank you guys all again. And the last words I'd say is on behalf of everybody, continue to be forever bold.